It's day 4, and the journey to becoming Miss Nigeria continues. The girls are having fun at the resort and sharing personal stories of experiences they have gone through. It was a really, really relaxing moment for the girls. They are given a debate to test their personality, confidence, and public speaking abilities. Well, the girls did their best, and the in-house judge, Miss Jane, was impressed. With some delivery, some was a yes, and others was a big, big no. The debate brought some girls to the end of the journey. 3 girls were evicted. It was a tough decision, but there can be only one winner. 27 girls moved to the next stage. All we can say is, good luck, ladies.
Hi guys. You exercised this morning? Did you have fun doing that? Yes. And of course you had your breakfast. Yes. So everybody's feeling good. Yes. Okay, so I have one question for everyone. But you have to answer the same question. Everyone should answer the same question. I have just one question for everybody. And the question goes like this. Would you have considered competing for Miss Nigeria if there were no cash prizes, modeling contracts, constant presence, and zero publicity?
Yes, why?
If yes, why? And if no, why?
Good morning. My name is Annabelle Nkumara. If there are no cash prizes or modeling contracts and benefits attached to the Miss Nigeria contest, I would still compete because I feel the idea of a beauty queen goes with the times. Beauty wipes out ugliness from this world. Not everything has to do with money. And there are so many ways of helping people, not even having money. Like, there are so many children that need love. You showing them love alone makes them strive so hard to achieve goals. So even if you do not have the money, but the love and share you show them and make them feel like, okay, you're one of our kind, even if they have any deformity or anything. So I feel, even without the prizes attached to it, I would still contest for Miss Nigeria.
Okay.
Well, my name is Olashimomi Rojai. If there are no benefits attached to the Miss Nigeria pageant, I'd still contest because when I was a child, I've always wanted to make an impact in my country. And my plan was to be the Chief Justice of the Federation, which I still hope I will be, but that will be in another 15 years. So being Miss Nigeria gives me the opportunity to start something instead of waiting for 15 years before I become the Chief Justice of the Federation.
Hi, I'm Terila Okat. If without all the benefits, I absolutely would still compete for Miss Nigeria. When Miss Nigeria was brought to my attention by a friend, and she said, Terila, you've always said you wanted to make a difference. This is the perfect opportunity. So I feel the timing was right. And the opportunity, the platform was there. In Canada, I do a lot of volunteer work. I work with a lot of women. My last project was working at the Rape Crisis Center. That's volunteer. I don't get paid for it. So it's not like I'm a model. I'm not a pageant person. So coming here was strictly because I felt that it would give me the platform to do the things that I wanted to do, which is inspire women to become the best that they can be and empower them. So I strongly believe that if I won, people will look back and say, you know, she came, she competed, and she left with a difference. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk.
Hi everyone, Goyle Aisha Mohammed is my name. Without the cash prize and all the other luxury attached to the crown, I would have still competed because I see the crown as a springboard to the actualization of my dream, which is a baby giant country. And that is only possible for me with the title. I don't need money to go on campaigns to get free education for these children. The whole idea is just to take them off the street. In 2007, when I won a pageant, I wasn't given all that was attached to it, but I was still able to set up my own NGO to embark on the pet project I had at that time. So for me, money and all this is not really the reason why I'm here. I just want the platform so I can accomplish that dream. Thank you very much.
My name is Uju Abigail Umeka. If there were no cash prizes attached to being Miss Nigeria, I would still contest because it has always been a long-term dream to be a representative. I want to be an ambassador. I want to be someone, when you come to Nigeria, you could see the people through me. I just want to be able to voice out the people's voices that can't be heard, like the women and the girl gender. There are some people that can't be heard, and I believe through this, even without the money, without the profitable, without the benefits attached to it, I could do this in my own little way. I don't need to have all the stuff. I could just make an impact, make a change. We all sit back and say, we want a change in our generation, and nobody's acting towards that change. We just say that, and I believe this change can begin from you. So I want to be that person. I want to start that change. I just don't want to sit down and watch and keep saying I want to see a change in my generation. So I believe with this platform, I could actually make a change in my generation.
My name is Barbara Johnson. If there are no benefits to the crown, I will still contest because, like everybody has said, it's a platform that we all need to reach out to the crowd. Because if you're just there, you're trying to advocate for people, and there is no platform, you're not recognized anywhere, I'm not sure you're going to make that difference that we all want to do. Miss Nigeria is a contest or a pageant that has been recognized within the world, everywhere around the world. So it's a very good opportunity for you to use. It's a very good opportunity for you to go out there and make the difference that you want to make with the women, the children, even the men. They all need us to help them speak out and voice out. Thank you.
My name is Vanessa Oporu. Well, for me, it's about setting purpose before desire. The whole luxury that comes with it is very nice, and when you think of everything you can do with it, your car and stuff, it's very nice. But then when you think of your purpose, when I think of my purpose here, like the title alone is Nigeria can earn you all the money that the contest will give you by means of proposals to government houses, elite people in society, and all. So you can set up NGOs and people will listen to you just because you're from Nigeria. So I think I will still contest for the pageant with or without the money.
My name is Queen Celeste. First thing first, there's so many pageants in Nigeria. So before you go for any, you would know what the pageant is all about. What is their aim, either if it's charity or anything. You should have a passion for a particular thing. Like some people go for Miss Nigeria, MVGM, Miss Unity, this. Each of them have their own standard. So you should have a passion for a particular thing. And if your passion is charity and your passion is Miss Nigeria, it does not matter if the money is there. And besides, before you organize a pageant, there is always something. You don't just organize a pageant empty-handed. So whether the money is there or not, there is always something for you. So when you're going for a pageant, you're going for the passion and not for the money.
For me, even before I contested for Miss Nigeria, I actually didn't know what the prizes were until the press conference. So it's just because of the passion I have for it. It's not because of the money, it's not because of anything. With or without money, I'll still be here.
My name is Onegbu Bechamaka. With or without the benefit that comes with this pageant, I would still have contested because it's a good platform to make a good impact to people around you. You don't need to help people and call the whole world to watch you help them. As long as it's coming from your heart. You don't need the whole world to see, oh, she's helping these people. You don't need all that. As long as it's coming from your heart, and God is watching you. Thank you.
My name is Joyce Sakana. With or without all the benefits, I would have still gone for Miss Nigeria because it should be all about your passion inside of you. The main reason why you should contest for Miss Nigeria, not just because of the money.
My name is Miriam Elisha. With or without the benefit that comes with Miss Nigeria crown, I would have contested for Miss Nigeria. Reason because I am from the northern part of Nigeria, and people from my area find it very difficult to come out for competition like this because they believe it's a platform to showcase your body and stuff like that, And I can't see anything like that happening in Miss Nigeria. And the second reason why I want to be Miss Nigeria is because I really want to have the platform to be able to speak with my people in our dialect, that this issue of Boko Haram needs to be called a quit. There's a lot of crisis going on in the northern part of the country, a lot of crimes committed and all of that. I really want to be able to speak with them, especially in our dialect, for those who are not really, well educated, because we have a lot of them in my area. So I'll be able to talk to them and tell them that this thing, we have to call it a quit. This is a Nigeria and we have to, protect what we have, nurture it and all of that. And the issue of education also is very important. Most people from my area feel going to school and all of that is just maybe a secondary idea. I want to make them understand that education is the key. Without education, I wouldn't have been picked even in the first stage of Miss Nigeria. So I really need that voice to be able to tell them.
My name is Rachel Ndegwe. If there was no money, no press, no modeling contracts, no publicity, it's going to be a bit something for me because you need the money.
and publicity to help the less privileged ones. You need the money to actually host house whatever you're doing. If you have a pet project, like you want to be an advocate for women, you need money to help those ones who doesn't have the platform, you understand, the right, or who doesn't have the money to do whatever they want to do. You can help them with the money to actually reach their goals. And you can use the money to actually help the orphanage people. Thank you very much.
The question of if I would contest for Miss Nigeria if all things publicity was not made available is an absolute no for me. Because the platform that we're talking about that we need, that I personally lead for my programs, is a platform of 37 different competitions, of creating 37 quality queens for Miss Nigeria. It is the publicity and the name that comes with the crown. So without that publicity, without that name, nobody recognizes you and nobody listens to you. Because why I'm here is because I help children. I am passionate about teenagers, 13 to 19. I am passionate about them because they need the help. I talk to teenagers at every opportunity I get. But what do I need? I need people who are willing to back me up financially. People who are willing to talk to them, the leaders. And when they don't recognize you because you don't have this publicity, how do you then do it? I can sit down in my house and work hard and donate to charity and give teenagers, but I need that publicity so I can get to everybody. The platform is, once the platform is not there, it's just like any other beauty pageant. There are queens everywhere, but there are queens with a difference. Miss Nigeria produces queens with a difference because they have.
Hello everyone. My name is Stephanie Abasto. I think I'll go with if there was no cash prizes attached to it, no publicity, and nothing. In first place, I'm going to even say, even without no publicity, I'm not sure you wouldn't be here because you won't hear about Miss Nigeria. Yes. Would you know that there is a Miss Nigeria contest? You wouldn't. No. It is because of the publicity you're here, right? Yes. Because you heard about it and you've come. You all are here to compete because of the publicity you've heard. You've seen it on Facebook. You've seen what other people have done. You've even seen the cash prizes. To be honest with you, I know what you guys want to. You want to say yes. Voice of all. Don't you guys think about the cars? To be honest, let's not joke here. Besides, these things, when you're talking about platform, how to go to these charities, without money, you can't do nothing. You cannot do nothing, honestly speaking. If you're nobody, you cannot just walk into the president's office. Who are you? What are you going to say that you are? Nothing. Because you're nobody. Nobody's going to recognize you for anything. But if you have publicity, you know, a little money attached to it, and then packaging. When you walk into somewhere,
That's what's up. That's what's up. She's real.
Yeah, she's real.
Okay, thanks guys. I'm really impressed by all your answers. And I guess we'll do this again. This has been fun. Thank you very much. Thank you.
If I become Miss Nigeria, I will start a project or program that will be about teenagers from the ages of 13 to 19. I will mentor and train them using their natural abilities, whatever it is, to better their lives, giving them advice and support in any way that is possible, in order to make them more useful members of society. That it doesn't matter where you come from, it just matters what natural gifts God has given you and your development of them to be whatever you want to be in life. There are no limitations and there are no limits to what you can be. Just believe in.
Hello everyone. Hi. Here we are again, sitting here, getting to know you guys again. It's been fun. I've gotten to talk to quite a few of you, and I'm actually quite impressed by all of you. I just want to get to know you guys on a deeper level. I want to know how you feel about certain things, about life experience. What has been your aha moment? Your aha, you know what aha means? Meaning either a tragedy in your life, in your family, or a triumph that has changed who you are. Starting from you.
My name is Ajayi Esther, and I'm about to tell you of the worst moments of my life. It started after my SS3. I read my WAEC, NECO, JAMB, and the results were awful. They were really, really bad. And that was the beginning of my low self-esteem. I would go into my room and cry. I wouldn't pick anyone's calls. Sometimes I don't even eat. And that really made me feel bad. And my dad called me one day and was like, if you don't pass this exam, this will be the last. And I actually called myself into the room. I cried and I prayed to God. And there was an event at Tafawa Balewa Square. That was where I met Ben Carson. He was talking about himself and I actually learned a lot from him because I was having like similar cases. And I went back to my room. I Googled a lot of things, how to read and all of that, time to read. And I used to wake up like 4 in the morning to 6 and start reading. And alas, I was lucky, I passed my exam. And this is still going to happen to a lot of people. So my advice to them is just try, build your self-esteem. The fact that you fail your exam does not mean you're the worst person on earth. It does not mean you're a dull lad. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. My name is Olai Rauya Sophia. The event that actually changed my life and actually gave me a course in life was the death of my father. I lost my dad when I was 8, going to 9. And I am very lucky, or I'll say we as a family, we're very lucky to have a woman like my mother who stood by us throughout those while. She took us in and she has been very wonderful because she became a widow at 35, saddled with 5 children of her own, a stepchild and a step-grandchild. And she kept all of us with a meager salary. And I'm like, what about people who lost both their parents at that tender age? What about people who don't even have parents, who were abandoned? Who would rise up for them? Who would speak for them? Who would be there for them? I had a mother who was there for me. These children don't have somebody there for them. So that actually gave me a cause that I have to fight for those children. I have to be there for them. I have to be that voice for them and speak for them. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Soya Toluwalokpe. One thing I've actually learned about life is there is always one constant thing in life, and that's change. At every point you find yourself, there's always a change. It happened when I was when I got admission into the university, and my parents actually told me they don't have money to send me to school. And at that point, I felt so bad, and I just had to fend for myself. And at that point, I realized something too. Self-reliance really matters in life. At a point in time, in life, there's a point you get to that everything just changes and you have to really stand up for yourself. Not because they don't want to be there for you, but they really love you, they want to be there for you. But as you're growing up, you need to take responsibility of yourself. And that has actually taken me so far. Thank you.
Because I was getting into modeling. My dad was like, modeling is not a career, the girls are useless, this, that, and that. I'm not going to do anything for you. In short, I'm going to disown you if you go for any pageant and all that. And I told my dad, just because you're a model does not mean you're a bad person. You can actually change it. And at this stage in time, I'm happy to say that my father is actually supporting me for Miss Nigeria.
Careful. My name is Odimegumi Ujechi Amaka. Okay, the happiest moment of my life was when I just finished my secondary school. I was still very young, and everybody thought that I was so young that I couldn't get into the university. I was not smart enough, I was not intelligent, and all of that. But I actually proved them wrong because I passed all my papers once, and I gained the admission at a very young age. Thank you.
The first, what comes to mind in terms of my aha moment or like life lesson was about 7 years ago. I think that was one of the lowest points in my life. I had a Bell's palsy, so facial paralysis, and half of my face was paralyzed. It started slowly, but then it got really serious. Like I literally couldn't use half of my face because it was paralyzed. And so I went to the hospital. The doctor said, you know, it might last for, they don't know what caused it. It could last for 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, or forever. And that was really hard for me because honestly, I looked like a monster. I had like this new face that I couldn't identify with. I couldn't figure out like why this was happening to me. And for like a week, I just stayed home. I cried every day. And that prompted me to read a lot of self-help books and self-development books. And I feel that experience shaped me directly and indirectly. It helped me see things differently. One, it helped me find a new level of respect for those dealing with differences. I was able to identify with them on a whole different level because I couldn't even begin to imagine how they must feel. And that's why sometimes I go out of my way to make people different feel extra special. And it also Last thing, it also helped me realize that in everything you have to give thanks. So it was not even about physical beauty anymore, but I just had to realize some people have it worse. And so where there is life, there is hope.
I noticed that some of you, when someone is speaking, some of you are just murmuring and going on and on. Just out of respect, please. When someone is speaking, just be quiet and listen, because you could learn something from what they're saying, okay? It's kind of disrespectful when someone is talking and you're talking, because you're not getting to know their story. This is why we're having this. I want to get to know each and every one of you, your story, okay? Thank you.
One of the saddest experience I've had in my life is that when the issue of Boko Haram started, because I'm a Christian, I'm from the northern part of Nigeria, I was thinking it wasn't really something very serious because I live in Lagos. So I was like, okay, I just keep praying. Okay, my family, they always say, let's pray for people in the north. But of course, my parents live in Kano, my mom and my dad as well. So we're just living, and one of these days I went for holidays back home, only for me to realize that the whole bomb thing was up at that period. And it was like a joke. I was like, seeing people running, helter-skelter. I was one of the people, my parents were like, let's go to the nearest police station and stuff like that. And before we know it, something happened. All of a sudden, our house was up. So I was like, what's going on? And at that time, I think I fainted or something, because I didn't even know where I was at that time. But I just realized myself in the hospital, and the next day they explained to me, this is what happened. I was involved in the bomb blast and all of that, and I got affected, sort of. So we keep praying and all of that. My dad was like trying to relocate from Kano back to Lagos, seeing how things can, get better for us and all of that. Few days after that day, about 2 weeks after that day, we had another experience. That one involved my best friend, my secondary school friend, because I schooled in Kano. Her family was affected. I got so worried, like, oh my God, what will I do as a person to really, stop this whole thing, because this is crazy. Are these things Hausa, are these Boko Haram people Hausa people, or they're just terrorists from somewhere else and all of that? I really, out of curiosity, that's why I'm here today for Miss Nigeria, so that I can have the avenue to speak like this, the way I'm talking today, to tell those people that this terrorism act, we need to really stop it. It's not worth it. We need to have a voice. We need someone that can stand to say, okay, the federal government, what are we doing about it? Who are these people? How can we work with them to stop this act? So I think it's a really sad experience for me. Yeah.
So when you have those moments when you're alone and you feel alone, what did you do? How did you handle that? Since you couldn't talk to your father because you felt like talking to your father was, pardon me? You didn't want to bother him. Exactly. So how did you deal with that? Is my question to you. How did you deal with that? And where are you now with that? Are you at peace with yourself? Or is there somebody that is counseling you? Is there somebody that you're talking to about your experience as a kid? Do you understand what I'm saying? Has that affected you as well? As a teenager, just like you said, people care more for kids, but then you have teenagers as well. Just like in the States, you see teenagers who are being bullied and who are committing suicide.
The only way I can say I dealt with it was words saved me. Words. I write, I read. So whenever I had those moments when I wanted to get low, I'll think about my younger ones, like, if I cry, who's going to talk to them? Like, if I cry, they'll start crying. So I couldn't. So all I need to do, I put my feelings in words because I had the talent to do it. And so if I'm on this platform, I will encourage talent, because when you have something to fall back on, you always go to that in your leisure, that thing you enjoy doing, your music, your dance, whatever, your books. So I want to encourage them, whoever can write, you write. If you can sing, you sing. It makes you happy, and it makes you forget that maybe I'm not alone. And it makes you feel that, okay, if I don't have myself, I have the characters in my books, I have the song, the feelings I have in my song, so they're always there for me. So that's how I handled it.
If I become queen, I'd like to look into the factors of education and children that are less privileged. I'd like to, in more especially in the education area, and those that are not able to go to school, I'd like to be like a role model to them, to teach them that school is actually very important. Like they said today, one of the things they said that Mrs. Allah actually said was, even if you don't pick anything today you must learn that school is actually very important, because school is like one of the, something that when you leave, you have to have it. It's a necessity. It's not like something that you can just do without it.
Calling the names of the girls I'll be leaving today in no particular order. The first name of the lady that's up for eviction is Miss Ekanem. And the next name up for eviction is Miss Ogboru. And the last lady that's up for eviction today is Miss Irauya. So like I said, this was not in any order. And I'm sorry to the ladies that have to leave, but it's not the end of the road, There's still more opportunities. Don't give up on your dreams. We're going to give you a little time to say goodbye to the remaining contestants, and then you have to pack your bags and you have to go back home. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies.
About the elimination processes today, trust me, I would not say it wasn't rigorous. It was actually rigorous because I think I held hands to almost everybody around me. I was scared, to be precise, I was scared. But I'm happy it was them and not me, because I don't see any point in me pretending that I was sad about it. Yes, I was sad it was them.
God is very real and He makes a difference. And also, you can't just say you pray and you believe in God and you're nice. You have to be hardworking.